Kiki Ayers with the Red Carpet Report. Right now we're in Beverly Hills with the Unstoppable Foundation's annual gala. So you promoted some of the best matches, some of the best boxers of all time, from Muhammad Ali to Mike Tyson. So who are you rooting for, Mayweather or Pacquiao?
Well, what I'm really rooting for is the people, because the cause here supersedes them all. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali made me very much aware of that people are the most important. And what you find in the people, you can deal with. So as far as the boxing match, you know, Michael Jackson told me that music is the ribbon that ties humanity together. I added to that, I said boxing is the catalyst that brings humanity together to be tied. You know what I mean? So this is what we're doing here. The people are going to win with the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight. They're going to be the great winners there, because it's going to be a super sensational event. And this is an event here supersedes that, because you're talking about helping people. You know what I mean? And I'm really very proud of that, because Michelle Patterson, she's the head of the Women's Network, and she prevailed upon me to be here. You know, and everything we do is spirituality. You know what I mean? When you find the spirits, because I didn't know what the unstoppable thing was until she was explaining it to me, because I have one called NGO, I Love Africa. That is a Korean, Mama Lee. Mama Lee changed. She's making wells and digging up and building houses. But more importantly, I say education, education, and re-educate. We're building schools, and we're getting teachers to come in and teach the enlightenment. What they put in your head, they can't take away from you. You know what I mean? And so we're finding ourselves in a state of man that we got to make that challenge come true. One land, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That means all the women and all the people of color, black and white alike. And so this is what I really want to work for. And through God, He leads me and guides me, and that's why He guided me to her. And she's been doing a great job for the Women's Network, and I want to see her do more marvelous things and working with the essence of humanity. You know what I mean? Because this is what counts for me. So I'm just excited. And Kiki, I just love you.
Oh, I love you too. Michelle, what are some of the most pressing issues that you're pushing for women?
You know, for us right now, and I wanted to say thanks, Don. I called him up. He flew out from Florida, and it really is about women and men supporting women. And Cynthia did an amazing job supporting the California Women's Conference. Okay. She came out, and this is about we show up for each other. You know, how do we show up? And I called him, I go, I need you to show up, I need to be here. This is an important cause. So he got on a plane and came right out. So that's what this is about. So it really is, it's collectively together, how can we go ahead and really help these issues and work together.
I love it, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me about some of these flags you have here.
He doesn't go anywhere without them.
Without the flag. I know that.
This is the United Nations, you know, but to keep working, I'm an ambassador for Israel, and Shimon Peres and Ari Sabir, he made me the ambassador for peace in the Middle East. And so that's why I have the Star of David flag here. So what I've now worked on both sides of the aisle. I have Rouhani, who's in Iran, you know, and he's saying the right things, you know what I mean? And one of my lunchmen would say that they lying. I said, then make the lie come true. You know what I mean? So, you know, when had Ahmadinejad, you know, he said it wasn't no Holocaust, it wasn't no a Jewish experience, you know what I mean? But here's a guy, sent him a telegram, happy Rosh Hashanah, you know what I mean? So at least we're saying the right things. And so let's make this thing happen. And so now I see that he's recanting on what he said when undermining the president of our great United States, Obama. Now he's taking a step back, but I think it may have been an election move, I don't know. But the idea is working together works, you know, you ain't gonna get nowhere going two separate directions. And so that's why I'm so very proud of Cynthia, and she's a dear friend of Michelle, and Michelle prevailed upon me, and I'm delighted to be here. And I think it's so wonderful that they will be able to reach out and touch someone for the betterment of humanity, you know what I mean? And it was actually, it was almost another spiritual thing. It was delight, because I'm already working with NGO, I Love Africa. And it's essentially, they're both doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And so what we're going to be organized to bring people in, to give jobs, to put construction that we're going to be doing. And banking now, they're working on me to come and be a part of the banking system, which I'll talk about that after they go through the vexing, you know what I mean, and make certain that they're not running any type of, you know, untoward situations. Exactly. And so we want to be able to deal with that. So I'm very happy, you know what I mean, and I'm very thrilled that God blessed me with this young lady here to be able to call upon me, you know. So it really was something, you know what I mean. When you lose that magic, you don't have anything at all.
You both look beautiful. Can we see this bling?
Yes, only in America. Yeah. And you got Jesus Jesus Christ, the matchless Lamb, and you got the Star of David, you know what I mean? And so you got my logo here, you know, and this is, as H is for my wife, she's a very well passed. Her name was Henrietta, so I had to make up a diamond thing for her, you know what I mean? So I never lose sight of the forest for the trees, you know what I mean? You always be able to deal with what is real, you know?
Don, tell him, I love hearing this too, married for 60 years?
Close to 60, 60 years. 60 somewhere in there. Wow. It's so long, you know what I mean? It's not countable, you know what I mean? Because it's one of those things, it's just really destined for greatness, you know what I mean? And being able to deal with what is real, understanding, reaching out and touching someone and dealing with life, you know, as it is. And so it was really fantastic, you know. So now, she still lives, you know what I mean? So that's the way you make that thing happen, you know, understand what life is, you know, and she knows whatever you may or may not do. But always be true to thine self, as Shakespeare would say, you know what I mean? And so you got to be able to deal with what it is. And when you want to do something, look in the mirror. That's where change begins. Look in the mirror. It starts with you.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite charity.